appreciated how the experience was very much Spirit-led. It did not feel scripted whatsoever, and I feel like it met me right where I was. And I'll even say that coming into it, there was some anxiety, right, of what is about to happen, what do I need to have prepared in my own mind, but just knowing that really had very little to do with me or even about the other people in the room, that it felt very much Spirit-led. When I think about for our particular organization, I've appreciated it because it's given a handful of us who are involved in care ministry and prayer ministry to have a common tool. And obviously, you know, the longer you walk with the Lord, you may have different tools that you're pulling upon, but I really like having one common. And so as I think about doing pastoral care with those who I'm ministering to, I love having this additional tool. And what I've loved about it is that I feel like it leads itself to God really speaking to that particular person right where they are at. And again, sort of takes the pressure off of me wondering what the agenda is or me trying to figure out how it is exactly that they need ministered to, but knowing that wherever they are in their walk with the Lord, and I literally have seen a number of times from newer Christians with very little interaction with hearing from God, to those who've been walking with the Lord for years, seeing how He meets them individually in those moments. And one of my favorites was a fairly newer believer who is working on our staff team at International Site, and seeing him walk through actually hearing from God for the first time, but that he was convinced at the end of that time that he had heard from God. That was huge. This young man who not a lot of faith history in his family, so just kind of still learning what this looks like to walk with Jesus, but and even sort of it felt fumbly in moments of him. So what do you see? What do you sense? And there would be pauses, and then all of a sudden something would pop, and he would say it, and we would ask, you know, what else? What more? What do you think Jesus is saying? And for him to literally, you know, we never had to fill in the blanks. It was God filling in the blanks. And at the end of that time, for him to feel like the Father lavished love on him was beautiful. I think that it's very, again, Spirit-led, grace-centered, loving ministry. Again, when I even spoke to my own anxieties of the first time I was going to come and be prayed for, I would love to tell them that story, that, you know, kind of put aside the anxiety and just to know, you know, this is a ministry that wants to lead you into the presence of the Lord. This is a ministry that wants you to hear from the Lord, that there doesn't need to be any fear in that. And I love that I could speak confidently with wanting to direct people to come and receive ministry here.